Black Myth Wukong has a lot of moving parts in order to obtain his platinum trophy. And by moving parts, I mean lots and lots of collectibles. And that can be hard to track to make sure you're getting them all as you are moving along with the game and not have to do a bunch of backtracking. That's where this video and series will come in. I am documenting all of this game's collectibles in one nice little place in order for you to get the platinum. This video will be covering chapter 2. If you need chapter 1, feel free to check it out on my channel or in the description below. In that video, I outline everything this guide will and will not cover, but just as a quick recap, any item that is related to some kind of trophy will be talked about throughout these videos. What I won't be doing is a boss guide or where to find all of the coffins and chests, because 99% of them just give you crafting materials or gold pieces to sell for money. Alright, we all good? Alright, let's begin. Chapter 2 starts with our monkey man completely covered in arrows while a headless man is doing a little noodle doodle on his sitar, I think, maybe? After serenading us, he brings our boy back to life and we can continue on our way. After crossing the pond and getting back on land, we soon come across our first new plant of the chapter and of the game, licorice. For this plant, you're going to be after the licorice seed, which I get here, as well as the goat skull soak, which I get here. After taking out the archers that were shooting at you earlier, get used to seeing more of them, go up the hill until you get to the end where you'll pick up the lamb brew drink for your gourd. Drinks change the healing properties of your gourd, with each providing different effects. As you continue on, if you stay in the pond area to your right, you'll eventually see another frog boss at the end of it down a short cliff. This one is named Longli Guba, and it has the electric element. This one can be particularly annoying because when you get the electrified affliction, you'll take additional damage from attacks. But after taking it out, you'll get your first formula, the evil repelling medicament formula. Formulas allow you to craft medicines which can provide temporary buffs. The other reason we took out the frog was to speak to this new NPC here that we can find after climbing up the nearby wooden structure. His name is Zhudog, and he was looking for the formula that you got from the frog. After talking with him, he'll run off for now, but we'll be seeing him again later. From here, head to the right and you'll find a meditation spot. Now, back at the first shrine of this chapter, you'll probably be able to see a gate just a little bit ways ahead being guarded by some enemies. Do you see the ones on the roof? Yeah, those are archers, and if you get close to the door, you're gonna get your ass sniped like a dude from the Sniper Elite series. So we're gonna ignore this for now and keep on the right path where we found Zhudog. Follow this route and you'll find some shaman looking rat and a two-headed rat. After defeating both of them, open the container on the right to pick up the laurel buds soak. In this area, you'll probably notice even more archers, and yes, they will see you and they will shoot at you. So do your best to avoid them and try to get to the rooftop that's nearest to you. After avoiding the enemies, you will want to come to this dilapidated house. There's a man in here, and you actually want to talk with him and exhaust all of his dialogue. He will talk about these rat princes, and particularly the two-headed ones, implying that the two-headed rats that you're finding were actually princes. Speaking to him is actually tied to stuff in chapter 3, and that's why we're speaking to him here. As you continue to explore this area, you will come across another new plant, the fragrant jade flower. For this, you're just looking for its seed, which I find here. Now, instead of pushing forward, you actually want to circle back into the smaller courtyard area where all the houses were. And that's where you'll find the Earth Wolf boss walking around. After defeating it, make sure to grab its spirit. Also in this area, you'll find the horse NPC that we spoke to in chapter 1. As in the previous chapter, we want to speak with him and exhaust his dialogue. The last thing we want to do in this area is actually open up the wooden door. We are actually now behind all of those archers that I warned you about from earlier. After opening the door, they will start coming in one by one. The archers are pretty weak, but amongst them is a spirit version. I usually take out everyone else first because they're so weak, and then leave the spirit one for last. After killing it, make sure to pick up its spirit. Back on the main route, make sure to take out the second two-headed rat enemy, and then once you do, speak with the man in the hut again, and you'll get some additional dialogue. You could probably wait to speak with him until you take out both of the rats, but I just did it before and after the second one. After everyone's taken care of, go through another set of doors and you'll start the next boss fight against the second Rat Prince and King of Flowing Sands. Technically, this is a double boss fight, but with the king being the scrawny little rat that he is, he'll mostly be running away and throwing pebbles at you. However, we actually want to take out the king first in this fight. To do so, we want to get to one of the pillars that he'll be on and bait the prince to attack it so it'll collapse. Eventually, the king will fall to the ground and be open to attack, and so start wailing on him when he's on the ground. He won't have much health, so it won't take long to kill him. But when you do, the prince will immediately go into an enraged state, so be careful here. And if you die, I believe you'll have to kill the king again. The reason why we're going through all this trouble is because after killing the prince in this frenzied mode, you'll be able to actually get the second rat prince's spirit. You can't get this spirit if you kill the prince first. And if this is too frustrating where you are in the game, which is understandable given it's the second chapter, you can just get this in New Game Plus instead. For those that do manage to kill the king and then the prince, you will get a pungent flesh chunk as a reward as well. After activating the shrine, you will have two paths that you can take. I take the one closest to me in this playthrough. After entering the cavern, keep along the path and take a right when you see one to find an awakening wineworm jar. After taking out a couple of spitting enemies, go to the area below to find another new plant called the fire bellflower. You're only going to be after the seed for this plant, which I find here. Do a tiny little backtrack and go towards the cliff face in this kind of more open spot where the light's coming in. Use the flesh chunk that you gained, and this will activate another boss fight, this time against the first Rat Prince. And for those wondering, you can still do this fight if you don't kill the king earlier. It'll actually just be an automatic cutscene instead. This prince is honestly easier than the previous one, so it shouldn't be too bad taking him out. For defeating him, you will get an R-Hat gold piece item. If you look around, you will see this cliff face with a weird pattern on it. At this spot here, you'll want to attack the wall to open up a secret passage. I've always used the Wandering Wights attack, spirit attack, to do it, but there may be other attacks that you can use. I'm not sure, but that's what I usually do. Either way, open the passage and go through. On the other side, you will find a lone chest and a voice will start speaking. The chest inside contains the Lung scales, and these will now enable you to start a side quest consisting of a series of special boss battles, but that will come later. Back on the main path, we'll run into another spirit enemy. This one is the Swift Bat, and after defeating it, grab its spirit. Go through the small wooden fence that's near you, and follow the short path to the end. There will be a chest with another celestial pill to increase your stamina. After grabbing it, take the other path that was at the square where the Swift Bat was to go towards the temple. Climb some stairs and then go left to find another meditation spot. At the top of these stairs will be another boss fight, but I don't want to fight him just yet. Instead, I travel back to the shrine where the second Rat Prince fight was. From here, I take the other path across the bridge that will be behind you. After a little while on this route, you'll run into a statue head where you'll get a Buddha's eyeball item for interacting with it. In this particular section of the chapter, there will be 6 eyeballs that you will need to find. Staying towards the right side, the general right side of this area, you'll see a wooden structure with a couple spitting enemies on it. At the end of this, you'll find the second Buddha's eyeball. In this same area, but on the ground level, so just right below you, you will find an NPC called the Man in Stone. Talk to him to learn that he's after an item that someone else took from him. After speaking with him, get back on the main path or the closest thing to a main path, and you will eventually see another statue to grab a third eyeball. For the fourth one, you will want to kind of get more into the more cavernous part of the area where there's less visibility. In there, you will see a small little nook that you can go to that has a couple of enemies that are sleeping. After taking them out, you will be able to see the fourth eyeball for you to take. Staying on this, underneath this kind of more cavernous part of or covered part of the cavern, you can find another path off of the main one that you can go down. On this path, you will run into a spirit enemy of the poise stone. Be careful here, as there's another one as well that will wake up while you're fighting the spirit version. After both of them are gone, make sure to grab the poise stone spirit. Continue on from this and hang right around the corner to find your fifth Buddhist eyeball. But don't leave this area just yet. You'll see a big unmoving enemy with some crystals sticking out of it. Attack them and you'll begin a boss fight against the Mother of Stones. This fight is a little unorthodox because the boss will never move or fight back. Instead, waves of other rock enemies will start waking up as you take out more of the boss's health. After you land the final blow, you'll receive the Stone Essence, which is what the Man in Stone NPC is after. So let's go and deliver it to him. After giving it to him, he pulls off an OG Willy Wonka grandpa move and suddenly springs to his feet. But he doesn't give us anything, and he's calling us a sucker. But would you look at that? He has a target lock on. You know, it'd be a shame if someone were to. After showing him what happens for disrespecting you, you can get the Stone Essence back from him, but it'll turn into the Azure Dust transformation spell now. So congratulations, you got a new spell. Further, after resting at a shrine and coming back to him, he'll actually have a few things to sell to you. But for now, we get back on the main trail. After activating the next shrine, go left and you'll find the sixth and final Buddha's eyeball. At the opposite end of this path, go past the little fence and you'll find a Warhog NPC who is dealing with an upset tummy from drinking too much. He will tell you that he needs a sobering stone so that he can feel better, if only it were that easy. Behind him, you can find another meditation spot. Back in that area where you found the last Buddha's eyeball, follow the path towards a large open area, but hold on, it is Easter egg time. Normally, there's two bosses here that you'd fight separately, the Stone Vanguard and the Shigandang. The Shigandang fight is triggered by approaching this conspicuous stone here on the left, while the Stone Vanguard will be automatic as you just move forward. But if you trigger the Shigandang first, his spawning will actually spawn the Stone Vanguard as well, and the two of them will fight each other. You can just watch the action unfold and take a very nice and well-deserved breather. But just make sure you have some good distance because some of the AoE attacks will still happen and you can get hit by them. And the best part, when the Stone Vanguard dies, and it will always die in the fight, you'll get all of the rewards you normally would, including experience, will, and the Sternness of Stone item. After the Stone Vanguard is gone, it's time to finish the job against the Shigandang. When it's defeated, you'll get the Skanda of Feeling for doing so. On the short path after activating the next shrine, you'll run into the Rat Governor spirit enemy. Make sure to grab its spirit after defeating him and interact with the meditation spot that'll be pretty much right next to you. When you finish meditating, there will be a chest with a celestial pill to increase your maximum mana as you continue on. From here, go down the sand slide while avoiding the archers trying to kill you. At the end, you'll go into a cutscene immediately with the headless dude again, and he'll give you a new spell called a Pluck of Many. This spell allows you to create copies of yourself, and many people use it for how broken it can be. After getting the spell, ignore the giant door for now and just continue forward up the hill. After climbing it, you will run into a boss called the Gore-Eye Taoist. He's pretty pathetic, honestly, so take him out quickly and then grab his spirit along with the fragrant vine that he was staring at. From here, go back to the shrine and travel to the Crouching Tiger Temple, as it is now time to fight the Tiger Vanguard. I'd recommend using any sparks or upgrading anything if possible, as he's going to be the first true skill check of the game. This fight will most likely take a few tries, but after defeating him, the man with no head will show up again and give you the rock solid spell. You'll also get the Keenness of Tiger item for defeating the Tiger Vanguard, and with both the Keenness of Tiger and Sternness of Stone items, you now have a key that can open a few select passages. However, before opening anything, we'll follow the path up another short hill and open up a small chest that contains the Copper Pill Soak. After activating the shrine at the top of the hill, go back to the pool area where you fought the Tiger Vanguard. You can use the key you now have at the top of the short stair set to drain the pool, revealing a hidden path underneath. Go down here, where you'll first find the last celestial pill of the chapter to increase your health. Push forward, and you'll run into a gang of Civet Sergeant enemies, with one of them being the Spirit version. And these guys are honestly more annoying than half of this game's bosses. But after taking them all out, make sure to grab the Civet Sergeant Spirit. The last thing to grab is a little tricky. You'll have to go on another short sand slide, but almost immediately after you start sliding, you'll want to do that double jump technique by pressing triangle or Y, I think, if you're on PC, in the air to reach the wooden platform above. Up here is a little chest with the Tiger Relic Soak. At the end of the slide, activate the shrine ahead and travel to the Windrest Bridge Shrine. You'll now be in a little village. On one of the left side areas of the village, you will see a shiny jar that has a sobering stone inside of it for you to grab. Once you get to the end of the village, you'll run into another gank fight, but this time against 3 Rat Imperial Guard enemies. And yes, one of them will be a spirit version. They can also be an annoying fight, but feel free to use your spirit spells, transformation, or any other spells if you can, as there's actually going to be a shrine right after this. After grabbing the Rat Imperial Spirit, open the wooden doors out of the village and get the fragrant vine that'll be to your immediate right. Keep along this path, and when you get to a final bridge, there will be a boss named the Tiger's Acolyte waiting for you. He himself is not too hard, but you want to be careful about falling off the ledges because it's deceptively easy to do so. But after defeating him and hearing out his monologue, you can finally grab his spirit. And you'll notice that you also gained the old rattle drum item. This is going to be used for a side quest in this chapter. But before we use it, we need something from this cave up ahead first. Continue into the cave a little bit and you'll find another small chest on your right. It'll contain the glazed reliquary curio. With this in hand, you're free to go back to the shrine that was right after leaving the village. From the shrine, go back into the village and you'll want to take a left into a small little area. When you approach it, the screen will change and you'll hear a boy speaking to you, and you'll see a prompt on the screen to use the rattle drum. Use it and all the enemies will wake up. They're all like fodder, weak enemies, so don't fret too much about it. But with this done, go back to the shrine and travel to the one at the Valley of Despair. This is where you fought the second Rat Prince. We can now open the giant door with the key that we have, which has the second area where we'll use the rattle drum. It'll be on your right after going down the hill a little bit. Use the drum again and more enemies will wake up. After doing this, go back to where you spoke to the horse NPC, but go a little bit behind that spot and you'll get another prompt to use the drum. Use it here and a cutscene will activate with the spirit boy going down a well. Go and jump down the well as one does, and you'll immediately get thrown into a secret boss fight against the Mad Tiger. He's more of a glass cannon because his health and defense aren't that great, but giggity googity, he is coming for that booty. He hits hard and doesn't really leave a lot of openings, but once you manage to defeat him, you'll be able to grab his spirit. Additionally, there will be a coffin nearby. Inside it, you'll get the Plague Bane Gourd, and as a little Easter egg, if you move the camera, you'll actually find a skeleton inside it, which people have surmised to be that little boy that we saw from earlier. With this side quest done, it's time to do another one. Since we have the Sobering Stone, make your way back to the Drunk Warhog NPC and give it to him. He'll get back to his feet and be able to talk with you some more. After exhausting the dialogue, travel back to the Tiger Temple. Go up the stairs and you'll find him on the right. He'll ask for some Jade Lotus, which you should have plenty of by this time. Speak with him some more, and after that, you'll want to travel back to where you found him the first time. But this time, upon seeing you, he'll immediately start fighting you because you have the R-Hat gold piece, remember that? He's more annoying than aggressive, acting like a goddamn Pidgey with all those sand attacks he keeps using. But after he's beaten, he'll realize you aren't bad and open up the passage to this chapter's secret area. Follow him through the door, where he'll give you a very long info dump before being transported to the past once again. Soon after being transported, you'll run into a new boss named the Tiger Vanguard. Okay, well, it's probably just the Tiger Vanguard Senior or something. Anyways, after beating him, you'll get the Tiger Tally Curio and be allowed to move forward. Before continuing the side plot, travel along the left sandy path until you find a meditation spot at the end of it. After getting that and all the other goodies around you, go up the rock path and speak to the Yellow Wind King. He'll spawn the end boss of this area, who is called Fubon. The fight is more spectacle than anything else, and when the king enters, he can damn near take out the creature by himself. But after beating it, you'll get the trophy Shifting Sands. And when you get back to the present, you'll receive the Wind Tamer vessel, which you should equip right away. Next thing is to go back to the Man in Stone, as he has some things to sell you. Make sure to buy the Iron Pellet Soak, as well as the Gold Flora Hairpin Curio. I immediately equipped the hairpin as it will give you increased will for defeating enemies, but I'll leave that up to you. Now we're going to be traveling back to chapter 1 for a couple things. Firstly, buy the Back Scratcher Curio that is now in the Shrine store. This will only appear after you beat chapter 1, and with that bought, travel to the outside the forest shrine. And then from here, travel to the back left part of the area where you should be able to find a waterfall. Since you have the Loom Scales now, you can approach the waterfall and interact with it to make it vanish and reveal a secret path. Upon entering it, we will be starting a game-long side quest consisting of 4 boss fights. The first one is against Red Loom. Despite his very imposing nature, this is more of a gimmick fight. When you do enough damage to stun him, start attacking the electric bulbs on its back. If you can get them to explode, they will do massive damage to him, which is how you're going to be doing most of your damage. After you take it down, you're going to receive a lot of rewards, including the Boshan Sensor Curio and a whole lot of crafting material. And this will actually wrap up our business in chapter 1, so travel back to the Rock Rest Flat Shrine in chapter 2. Go right from here and up a hill to find a Spearbone spirit enemy. After killing it, make sure to grab its spirit. Further up, you will find a waterfall made of sand, so more of a sand fall. Just like in chapter 1, interact with it to make it dissipate and reveal a new path. Going through this one, we'll start another Loom boss fight, this time against Black Loom. While not as much of a gimmick as the red one, it still kinda is. And that's because at a couple points during the fight, he'll start using his weapons like drums and bang the ground, creating a series of AoE shockwaves. But instead of trying to jump over all of them, just hop on one of the rocks nearby and you'll be completely safe from all of them until he's done, which almost trivializes the fight. With this exploit in hand, he shouldn't be too hard to defeat. Upon beating him, you will receive the Tridacna pendant along with a bunch of crafting material. We only got a few things left to do in this chapter now. We want to first travel to the Windseal Gate Shrine to open the final large door with our key. Go through the doors and go left to find the Gourdmaster NPC and a meditation spot. Exhaust the NPC's dialogue and meditate for a second, and then head back and keep on the left side path. Go past the shrine and our friend Zhudog will pop his head out of one of the jars. After speaking with him, he'll agree to be our medicine man, and as such, he is now our medicine vendor for the game. In Zhudog's shop, make sure to buy the longevity decoction formula from him. It was here at this point that I finally crafted my first regular medicine, which earned me the trophy Creative Concoction. You could have done this way earlier in the game, as you're able to craft medicines before getting to this point. After doing some final preparations, it's time to start the final boss fight of the chapter. and it's against the Yellow Wind Sage. Yes, the very one from the secret area that fought alongside us. Something must have happened to his mind between then and now, as he does not remember you one bit. Or maybe he does. I honestly have no idea. Anyways, the one thing I will say about this fight is, remember the Wind Tamer vessel? So during the second phase of the fight, activate it here and it will completely cancel out the phase and also stun him for a little bit for you to get in some free shots or heal up. It's a really neat bonus that should help you quite a lot during the fight. After you eventually take him out, you'll receive the trophy A Great Gust. And as with the last chapter, you'll get some closing cinematics along with another amazing animated video, and that will close out chapter 2. This chapter was definitely bigger than chapter 1, and chapter 3 will be even more involved with this. I may even have to split up chapter 3 into 2 separate videos. Depends on, we'll have to wait and see how long the third video will be. So be prepared to, don't be surprised if there's two, if it's cut in 2. But that aside, I hope this video helped you get everything from chapter 2. Don't be alarmed by the lack of trophies that you've been getting so far. This is definitely more of a slow burn type of game, especially for PS5 owners. We weren't blessed with the 3,000 achievements that the PC owners were given. If you missed the chapter 1 stuff, either check it out in the description or click it on the end card or go to the channel itself if you want to watch it. Thanks again for watching this, and I will see you guys in chapter 3.